Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the crazy poppy lady, and hiding on the bed is Liam, so you may get to see a nose or something shortly. Right, so first up this week I think we'll do video catch up. I was pretty good this week, I think. Got 4 out to you in the end, didn't I? So the first one up was the second part of this year's 2020 Christmas Cow, the mystery one. So of course you don't know what it is until you complete the picture. I will pop a link top and bottom for you. If you fancy joining in, I'll send it through to video number 1 for you. Then on to breaking news for Australia. Oh, Spotlight were at it again, weren't they? But this time round, oh my gosh, what good deals. I'll tell you what, if I lived there, my house would be full. Forget a bed, I'd be laying on yarn from there, like with their mystery bags. Right, the next one up was the Joom order unbagging, 25/11/2020. I thought I'd best put the date in, because we all know how forgetful I am. So at least this way I know I've seen that. You lot have seen the items that I've ordered. And again, links will be at the top and down the bottom. And then the last one came out on Friday, which is the Inside Crochet magazine, and they are the issues 118 to 123. And now, I know I'd promised them to you a couple of weeks ago, but I was daft and I deleted all the files. So of course I've had to remake the whole video. So that's why it took me a little bit longer to get it to you. And you've already seen that this little man here is in one of those issues. So if you wanted to make him, run over to that other video where all the details are for where you can purchase the pattern. Right, so that's that bit done. Right, I'm also aiming to get the border for the cow out to you on Tuesday this coming week. Now, can you do me a favour? If you're actually making it along and you're at the point where you're getting close to finishing the picture for the border, can you stick a message down below so it gives me a kick up the bum and makes me go a bit faster? If I don't think any of you are actually at that level, at that point in making it, it means then that I'll probably be a bit slower and it might be out to you on Friday, because I'm only on row 2 myself of 7. Oh, I'm so bad. Right, so I've had a note through my Facebook, I've had a note through Insta and my emails, and I haven't actually received any completed images or part images yet this week. Now I'm videoing this as normal on Friday to go out on Sunday. Hopefully I'll be able to change this a little bit and I'll be adding in pictures here and my reactions, but I'll be wearing something different. But if not, that's it for this week. Fingers crossed for next week that 1 or 2 of you have completed one of the crazy items that you're making. Right, so next up, let me go for the whips, I think. So of course I've been doing the blanket for the week, but my back's been playing me up a bit, so sitting on the chair in the dining room is a bit of a pain in the bottom, to put it politely, because that's where the pain is. So I've sort of been flitting between the dining room and the lounge where it's more comfortable for me to sit, but of course I can't take my project with me, otherwise everything goes to pot and I forget what row I'm on, what count I'm on and all the rest of it. So I'm running 2 projects at the moment, one for the evenings, which is really for me, and then the blanket for you during the day. So I've already completed my evening one that I showed you part of last week. So I've started a new one now. This is the How to Crochet Slouchy Hat Unisex Houndstooth Beanie from Bagoday. It's tutorial of 438. Now I'm only using a 4mm as per normal. I do have other hooks, honest. I've got an entire pack of them, all different sizes, and I've got another 3 different sets, but I just like this one hook. It just sits comfortably in my hand and it now feels like an extension rather than having to get used to a different one. So I made this, I started making the hat and the intention was it was going to be for me. Now, I've never done the houndstooth before, but I've always loved the look of it. So I thought, right, I'll give Crystal's hat a go, and hopefully I can do a hat, and then, because of course I'll know how to do the stitch, I can easily knock up a scarf, and I'm thinking some mitts as well. And I have a feeling I might not have to do any thinking on those, because our Crystal's probably already done it for me. So it'll be, ideally, I'm going to try and make the whole set. And so of course I grabbed the nearest yarn to me, which happened to be the Papaya Love that I got from Good Vibes Yarn for about $1.55, I think it is. It might even be $1.45. I'll put the right price below. Now I'm using a maroon and a white because they were the ones closest to me. I really couldn't be bothered to come upstairs. So this is how it's looking at the moment. Let's bring it up a bit closer. Now, as I said, I've never done this stitch before, and for a slouchy hat it's meant to be slouchy, but I've got quite a way to go and it does feel quite small, so I've got a feeling that running a DK weight yarn was maybe not the best idea. As per normal, I do things wrong. So I'm going to finish this one off because it's quite cute, and I will think of something cute to do with it, and then that'll be for a kid. And then I will pull out my full weight yarn that's on the top shelf over there, pull out some colours that I like, and attempt it with a different size hook. But hey, everything's a learning curve, isn't it? Right, so next up was my completed item for the week. Now with this one I used the Baby Azure Softy Plus Baltic, Ombre Baltic, sorry. Now this ball was humongous. If you want to see it, it's in the last Good Vibes Yarn unboxing that I did. I will pop a link top and bottom. Now this is a 500 grams or 17.63 ounces, which has 600 meters or 656 yards in it. Wow, it was massive. It was like putting at least two, let me think. Well, basically stick any one of them cakes on top of each other, and there was still a bit of room, and it was wound really tightly. But it did have a bit of a spin on it. Now I've done another video that shows you what it looks like in close detail with different stitches. Again, link up the top and link down the bottom. How many links am I allowed? If I'm not allowed loads, I will just be putting them in the description box below. So here is the finished article. Now I haven't sewn in my ends yet because I hate finishing projects. I hate sewing in ends. Right, so I actually started this from the outside of the board because there was absolutely no way I was going to be dealing with a yarn bath from the middle, thankfully. So it started off with the darker green. Okay, let me think, where did you see it from? You saw it from there, so yeah, right, so there's the first bit. And I had done to here, so I have put a stitch marker on, but you probably can't see it because it's so tiddy. And it kept going and kept going, and I got it to there. Now I haven't got the measurements, but once I find my tape measure wherever I've hidden it, I will measure it and I will put the details in. So, and I will also put a nicer picture in once it's taken. I've got to get Liam off the bed first. Right, now this pattern was done by, right, so the pattern for this blanket is not one of mine. It is by a lady called Laura Capetta. Right, it is by, right, it's by a lovely creator called Laura Capetta. I'm so sorry, I'm murdering your surname, honey. I've put the name down here and the link will be down below to her video. It is called How to Crochet a Soft Blanket Fast and Easy, and she does actually use this yarn and the same size hook as me, but it appears that her tension is a lot less. So That's why my one is not as big as hers, but do you know what, I don't care because it's so fluffy and it sits over my legs lovely, so it means then it's not going to be getting in the way of everything. Although yes, I would have liked one that was humongous like hers. But of course this one isn't as humongous, but it is still gorgeous. And the stitch, I love the way that the stitches worked out in the end. And even on the reverse side it looks nice. It's got like a wavy effect to it. So really in my eyes it's one of them ones, it doesn't matter which way round it goes, it looks lovely. Now I'm leaving that on my lap so I can sit here and stroke it because it's so cute. Right, so a couple of whips and bits back, episodes back, I showed you all a hat that I'd made my daughter, which of course was one of Crystal from Bagoday's patterns, and I'd put a different edging to it. Now at the moment I'm also trying to suss out how to make a hat that somebody else hasn't made. Because of course most of the things that I've made and the things that I've seen are from other creators, so I'm still quite new to creating my own stuff. But what I like to do is, if I come out with an idea, I end up going on a search to see if somebody else has already done it, because I've watched so many videos over the last 3 years or so that it goes in and it sinks in, but it takes my brain about 6 to 8 months to recall it and to pull it back out again. So all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, I've thought of a really cool idea, and it turns out it would be one of Crystal's or a different creator. I say Crystal from Bagoday quite a lot because she was the one in my eyes that taught me how to make hats. And then I've got other creators that I feel taught me how to do other things, like make blankets and things, or showed me how to do a certain stitch so that I could build off of that. So at the moment I'm trying to find, well not find, I'm trying to think of a really nice hat pattern that somebody hasn't already done, rather than just knock out a basic beanie which everybody's done and just change, like add the back the new rim to it. So it's a bit of a one at the moment, but yeah, that's another thing I'm working on. Hopefully I'll think of something next week, but we'll just have to wait and see. Right, so that is everything for this week. I hope you have a lovely week ahead, and I will see you all really soon. So please, if you can, stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Right. Oh, brain.